Hello, everybody. I know we haven't posted in a while, but we are about to move to Wesley Chapel, Florida, which is a northern suburb of Tampa. So, yes, we are going to be living in a city with a hockey team again, Tampa Bay Lightning, which has been our team for the past 6-7 years. So, I wanted to document what it's been like post lockdown, what it's been like buying a place and getting ready to move. So in September of 2021, we actually bought a house, a townhome, and it was actually the day before our anniversary. We bought it. So we went down to Tampa, and we knew that the prices were starting to really soar with the economy. So we really wanted to lock something in before prices got any worse. And we ended up finding a townhome that we love. The foundation was already laid, and it's now July 2022, and we're just getting ready to move next month. So it did take a full year for this townhome to be built. So crazy times with supply chain, and there actually was a lack of workers as well. So there was a labor shortage in that area, probably because things were being built like crazy. So I want to kind of show you what we've been living with for the past year in terms of our actual space. Okay, so here is the grand view of the kind of mess we've been living in for the past year. We did start packing really quickly. So I packed most of my kitchen gadgets, but as most of you know, I love to cook, so I couldn't pack everything. But I've been making do. I've actually had to buy some disposable pans because I've been cooking for events and then have not had enough pans to actually do it in. So we just basically have boxes kind of like lined up, and Phil eventually decided, forget it, we're going to bring them downstairs. So we brought them downstairs. So I'm sure the movers are going to love us. So we did have to prime our walls. These used to be chocolate brown, and this wall was a lime green. So we had to prime that. We've primed all the holes from everything we took down, my blank mantle. So it looks pretty bare in here. And we created this kind of wrapping station here. So one thing that's been awesome is because we've known for a year that we're moving, I was able to take advantage of the Buy Nothing group here in Peachtree City on Facebook. So we already had one of these white IKEA Calyx shelves, and someone was giving away a second one. So I was able to get it. I put really cool gold legs on it. And we're kind of planning on lining the walls of our townhome with these and using them for storage. Another cool thing is whenever I got something, I pretty much kept the box because I knew that I was leaving. So I've got like the original box that my Instapot came in. So that's been great. And basically we've just been kind of dodging all these boxes. We've taken most of the things down off the wall, and we in here we're able to take everything down except for the curtains. We really love those blackout curtains, so I hate to do without them. So I'm going to show you the downstairs and kind of show you packing central. Okay, everybody, welcome to the glamorous basement of our apartment. Our apartment was townhome style, so we had a one-car garage down here underneath our apartment. You can kind of see up there. That's our apartment right there. That's our bedroom. Over here was our living room and our deck. So We have purchased a few things over the years, like these under cabinet roll-out baskets. We actually bought them at Aldi's. They were really inexpensive. They're really nice. And then the whole year went by and they came back into stock and I bought more. So this is kind of the organization system we've got going with the boxes. We wrote where they're going on all four sides. So hopefully we'll make it easy on the movers. And again, things that I was able to keep the boxes for. And these are closet-made closet organizers, because we have 3 closets and a pantry in our townhome, and they just have like one of these racks in them, and like a rack. So at the beginning of COVID, I noticed people were renovating their closets like crazy. So what I started to do was, on the Buy Nothing group, I started asking for these if anybody had them, and then every time I noticed someone put them on there, I would go and I would get them. So I've got every kind of piece ready to go so that I can really kind of make my closet seem custom. So we had a lot of shelving in this garage all along the walls. We took it all down and zip tied it all together so it's ready. And we've got boxes there. And then these are the actual boxes we've been using. Again, every time somebody moved, they would put their boxes available in the Buy Nothing group, and I would run and go get them. As a matter of fact, one of my friends who lives in this apartment complex, they're also moving to Florida, so I'm going to go over there today and see if there's any boxes there that we want. It seems like a lot of boxes, but this whole garage was full at one point with boxes, and we're kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty, and we're going to need all these boxes definitely for moving. So it takes a lot more boxes than you would think. We're going to have movers move it, but we had plenty of time to pack, so I just packed everything. We just packed everything ourselves. I did a lot of the packing, obviously, but Phil did help. So one question we get a lot is if we're bringing our golf cart. We are indeed bringing our golf cart. There are not golf cart paths, but there actually is a huge city, like a town center that they're building that's directly connected to our complex, and we'll be able to drive our golf cart right on the streets to it. It's going to have restaurants and stores and like doctors' offices and bars, so it will not be the 100 miles of golf cart paths that we have here in Peachtree City, but it will be cool to have a golf cart. And as you can see, we've already decorated it for our Tampa Bay Lightning, so we can go for Stanley Cup number 4. We're going to leave our Peachtree City tag on. Actually, when we were there in September of 2021, we saw a lot of golf carts, and we did see actually Peachtree City tags. So whether the people came from Peachtree City or whether they bought the golf cart and it made its way there, who knows? But this baby's definitely coming. We named it Hedman, so Hedman is coming with us to Florida.
Welcome to Weekending
Together.
It's Phil.
I thought maybe he might want to say a few words about this whole process of moving to Tampa.
Yeah, so I saw Allie's little shoot earlier of her video going around our messy apartment, showing off how we had to repaint some walls. And luckily the management said, you just need to do primer. We're good with that. So that saved us from having to put an extra coat of paint on some walls. Also, all the boxes and packing we did. A bunch of years ago, we did own a house, and we moved from there after owning it for only 2 years, and we had to make 3 trips to the dump to dump so much stuff we had accumulated, and then the rest of it we gave away to friends. We sold some, but then whatever was left over we gave away to friends that we had that wanted it. And the lesson learned is don't accumulate a lot of stuff. So we took that to heart. So actually, packing this apartment has been relatively mild. We still had stuff to give away. I know Allie talked about using the Facebook group. What was it called?
Buy nothing.
Buy Nothing group. So we gave about as much as we received. It was a nice exchange, I think, for people that wanted some things from us that we knew we weren't going to take. That helped a lot. Allie really scored. Finding boxes. If you go to Home Depot or you go to even the, what's the self-store? U-Haul, the U-Haul store in town, they have nice boxes, so they're really great, but holy cow, they're expensive. Like $20 a box. Some of them are more expensive. Allie kept coming home every other day with like 30, 40 boxes. We have so many. I know she showed you in our garage. We might not even use them all, so we'll probably have some left over. That saved us $1,200 easy, something like that. So we were down to buying like packing tape and packing bubble. I know she showed you a golf cart. People do ask us, you're moving to Florida. A lot of people ask us, why go to Florida? Why are you going down there? So that was this section. We wanted to kind of talk about that. Allie pointed out we're a long-time Tampa Bay Lightning fans. That's one reason. But the main reason is we have family that own homes nearby. Allie's parents have a place in southeast Orlando, the Lake Nona area. And her aunt and uncle have a place on Clearwater Beach that we like to visit. And we're right in between, basically. It's about an hour one way, hour and a half the other to visit family when they're down there. So that's a huge plus for us. We have been away from family or near any family for a very long time, so this will help remedy that. Also, the weather. We're not getting any younger. A stepping stone toward retirement, whenever that happens, is to move to a location we think we want to stay at as we get older. Having a warmer, milder climate is always a plus. Not dealing with winters. We are in the Atlanta area, so winters really aren't that bad. Well, but we did have Snowmageddon. A little while ago, it did happen, and everything shut down.
Okay, so here's some reasons why we're moving. Number one for me is rent was getting out of control. For years, we lived here, and rent really wasn't that bad. It was nice, steady, predictable cost. Well, rent really started to get crazy, because I know people think it's crazy that we're buying a house now, but rent finally got to the point that we're like, let's buy something. So that happened. And when Phil's company that he works for went fully remote, we had to ask ourselves, if we were still in Connecticut, would we move to Georgia or would we move to Florida? And obviously the answer is Florida. So those were the big things for me for why we decided to finally pull the
trigger?
Pull the trigger and move to Florida.
Now, the relevance of us coming from Connecticut and picking Florida or other places, what we've observed is a lot of people from the metropolitan New York area are moving to Florida and right now have moved and are moving to the greater Tampa area in particular. One of the things we really miss is food. We had access to a diversity of food, and we had access to a diversity of Italian food, Greek food, things like that, specifically in Connecticut, that we don't really have right now where we live south of Atlanta. We're really looking forward to that. When we visited Wesley Chapel in particular, it's not limited to just Wesley Chapel, but there were like 5 bagel places in town, and we went and tried one. Literally, it was called like Brooklyn Water Bagels. Yeah. And it was excellent. We enjoyed it.
And just to give you context, we don't have a single bagel place here.
0.
So.
Italian restaurants, kind of what I'll call old school style. They have that down there, and they have everything in between. Also, we very much like to live as if we live in a city, but we appreciate suburbia. So we're kind of those weirdos that appreciates a suburban neighborhood, but we also, I take no joy in mowing the lawn, trimming the bushes. I get 0 enjoyment or satisfaction from that. I know a lot of people do, but that's not me. So a townhouse is really a perfect move for us because we don't have to maintain a majority of the grass or the bushes. We are just responsible for the tiniest backyard you'll ever see, but it's great for our dog. We have a dog named Shelby. She can run around and play back there. Gives us a little bit of green space to have a backyard to entertain or whatever else. So that's great. The townhouse comes with a detached 2-car garage. Eventually we'll put out a video and we'll take you on a tour of the place. But how cool is that, right? You have a townhouse. A lot of times they just have a single car garage, and they're right in the front or underneath the townhome. You have to climb like a huge stairwell to get up to your main living space, and you can't even fit 2 cars in it. Well, that's not the case here. Our agent Ashley really found a winner for us. And knock on wood, they get the construction done. We think we're getting close, but we don't have a close date yet. But we're thinking early August is probably where it's going to happen, which is about 2 weeks away.
So now you've kind of got the whole story on what's going on with us. So we will post some videos, and we do have some ideas for some videos to do once we get down to Tampa. So we'll be seeing you soon.
Ta!